A healer who faces bullying and ridicule for being perceived as a failure, only capable of casting a simple healing spell. However, in reality, he is the most powerful mage and warrior, concealing his true abilities from others. The story of this anime begins with a girl who remembers her childhood, standing terrified among monsters and goblins as they kill her companions and prepare to kill her. At the last moment, a hero appears and defends her. After this, the girl named Narcina approaches the adventurer and asks if she can join his group, as he carries a sign stating that he is looking for teammates. He confirms that, and she tells him that she is skilled in martial arts. The adventurer introduces himself as Lost, a healer. But this moment, an employee interrupts and asks Narcina if she has any idea who this man is. She tells her that Lost is a healer, but his only spell is a simple healing spell. He's been an adventurer since his childhood, like most orphans of the maze, but he can't even use group healing or superior healing spells. The employee continues, explaining that he is completely incompetent, and even though a group called Thunder Supporters recently allowed him to join them, they kicked him out immediately. The entire town knows how unskilled he is, and no one wants him in their party anymore. She warns Narcina that she might be in financial trouble, but if she forms a team with him, they won't make enough money to even afford proper lodging. Narcina responds by revealing that, on the contrary, money is not an issue for her, and she shows her wealth. The employee warns her that adventurers in this town can be very ruthless, and it's better for her safety not to flaunt her money. Narcina thanks her for her concern, but the employee, noticing her shiny new gear, remarks that she is clearly a new adventurer and offers to introduce her to a good beginner team. For a small commission, Narcina declines and firmly states that she has decided long ago to form a team with Lost. The employee is surprised but hands them a form to register a new team, warning them that without it, they won't get mission referrals and no one will mediate disputes over fees between them. Lost signs the paper, and Narcina, as she signs, tells him, "I finally found you." The employee then asks for her commission, and Lost pays her. With that, they officially become a team. They shake hands, and Lost expresses that it's an honor to be in the same team as her. Afterward, they begin exploring the city, and Lost explains that no one has fully explored the Labyrinth of Titans yet. It's unknown what kind of monsters might be the final boss, and many areas remain undiscovered. This has drawn adventurers, turning the city into the largest maze city in the region. Narcina then asks if they can really head to the labyrinth so soon, as the employee had suggested that they first go to the Western Plains since she's still a beginner. Lost replies that there are many other places where monsters appear due to the magic seeping from the labyrinth, like the forest in the north, the mountainous region in the east, and the wetlands in the south. However, the Western Plains have the weakest monsters, making them suitable for beginners, though it's a vast area and finding monsters can be challenging. Lost suggests that in the labyrinth, monsters appear one after another, and they won't face any strong ones unless they delve too deep. So he thinks it's fine to visit the labyrinth now. They continue walking until they reach the labyrinth's entrance, where Narcina insists on leading the way since she's a martial artist and he's a healer. Lost is surprised but agrees, and they enter. Inside the labyrinth, Lost is amazed by the vibrant atmosphere and wonders if Narcina can truly fight. Soon, monsters appear and Narcina easily defeats them, impressing Lost with her combat skills. He picks up a magic stone and explains that most adventurers sell these stones to the guild to make money. When Narcina asks what the guild does with these stones, Lost tells her that magic stones are full of magic energy and are used for various purposes, which is common knowledge for any aspiring adventurer. Narcina admits that she was never good at studying and asks how much the stones will fetch them. Lost tells her that the goblin magic stones they collected aren't worth much, so they need to defeat stronger monsters to get more valuable stones. However, the stones they have now will at least be enough to cover lodging for one night. Then he asks her if she's ready to go a bit deeper into the labyrinth. Narcina agrees to continue exploring deeper into the labyrinth and assures Lost that she will protect him if anything happens. As they proceed, Lost stops her just in time, noticing that she was about to step on a trap. He places a stone on the ground, triggering the trap and revealing a hidden pit. Narcina is surprised and asks how he knew about the trap. Lost explains that one of the stones was a slightly different color from the others, a skill he developed over years of adventuring. Suddenly, they spot a large orc roaming the area. Lost is puzzled, wondering why an orc, a mid-level monster usually found in the lower floors, is on a higher level. He warns Narcina that it's a strong and flexible monster and suggests they combine their strength to defeat it, but assures her that they can retreat if she's not ready. Narcina confidently responds that if Lost believes they can win, she has no objections. Narcina rushes in and delivers a powerful kick to the orc's stomach, but the creature doesn't budge. It retaliates with a strong attack that she barely manages to dodge. As the orc launches another attack, Lost steps in, blocking the blow with his sword and lands a counterstrike, defeating the monster. Afterward, Narcina, surprised, asks if Lost is truly a healer, to which he replies that he's been an adventurer for a long time and had to learn how to fight. She jokes that his combat skills seem beyond mere survival tactics. As they continue, Lost notices that Narcina's arm is injured, but she brushes it off as a scratch. Still, Lost insists on healing her with his magic. They find the orc's magic stone, and Lost points out that it contains more magic than usual, meaning they can sell it for a higher price. He suggests returning, but Narcina is eager to keep hunting monsters. Lost agrees, and they continue deeper into the labyrinth. Later, they return to the Adventurers Guild, where the guild employee Banished is shocked by how many magic stones they collected in just half a day. She scolds Lost for taking Narcina into the deeper floors of the labyrinth, but Lost explains that the orc was wandering near the upper floors. Narcina adds that she wanted to explore further, but Lost stopped her. Banished then mentions that there have been several reports of unusual monster movements recently, which has been concerning the officials. When Narcina asks what's happening, Banished becomes nervous and claims she doesn't know anything as she's just an employee. She then asks if they want to sell all the magic stones, to which they agree. Banished eagerly prepares the payment, happy because her commission increases with the volume of sales. After receiving their payment, Banished advises Lost to split it evenly with Narcina. Lost is surprised that half of the money is still 10 times more than he's earned before. Banished reassures them that if they ever have disputes over money, the guild will mediate for them. She also offers to handle any further issues between them, but Lost declines, stating that he left his previous group and has no intention of going back. As they leave the guild, a man named Hansum watches them. He approaches Banished, asking if Lost has joined a new group. She tells him that she didn't recommend Lost to any group because no one would accept him, calling him ignorant. When Hansum asks about the girl with Lost, Banished reveals that her name is Narcina, the one fighting alongside him. Later, Lost and Narcina enter a restaurant. The waitress recognizes Lost and comments on how word has spread that he's formed a new team. Lost brushes it off, saying he's more interested in food, but first, they need to book rooms. The waitress offers them 2 rooms and tells Lost that the second floor is entirely available, so they can choose any rooms they want. Afterward, they eat and each retires to their respective rooms. Narcina reflects on her childhood, remembering how Lost once saved her with his magic when they were in the forest together. She thanks him, telling him that she decided to become an adventurer when she grew up, so she could form a team with him and protect him. Returning to the present, Narcina recalls how she trained hard to become an adventurer, ready for this day. When she heard that Lost had been kicked out of his previous team, she rushed to the city immediately. She formed a team with him, and together they defeated goblins. She did all this for him, but Lost still doesn't recognize her. She realizes that she's grown taller. Her clothes have changed, and even her hair color is different now. Lost, on the other hand, has grown so strong that he no longer needs saving. Determined to continue, Narcina resolves to see her promise through to the end. However, she is saddened by how the people in the town call Lost ignorant, even though he is clearly so talented. And with that, today's episode comes to an end. Stay tuned for the next one, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any updates.